Again, Scotty Pennington at Lake Hamilton High School, boys basketball coach. This is my 13th year at Lake Hamilton. It has been a process. We started out where we were at the bottom of the barrel, and we worked our way up slowly but surely. Last year's team was 28-5, with 3 losses coming to the state champion Pine Bluff Zebras. We were the state runner-up in 5A. We were the runner-up in the 5A South to Pine Bluff. We have 5 of our top 7 players coming back. We did graduate 2 kids that went on to play college basketball, and Zach Pennington is at Southern Arkansas, and Charter Harris went to Arkansas Tech. So we're really excited. We look to build on last year's team. We're, first time in 25 years for school history that we've made it to the state championship game. But the goal was not to make it to the state championship game. The goal was to win the whole thing. So that's what we're working on. That's what we're working towards, and that's what we're going to try to do this year.
This is really to the players. So you guys lost some really good players last year. So tell us about your roles last year versus your roles and how they're going to be this year, and how you guys are going to have to adapt and then embrace those new roles.
Last year I pretty much had the same role as this year. It's just I'm facilitating a lot more this year than I was last year, mainly because we lost our point guard Zach, and I played with him my whole life, so it's a big difference without him, just because I'm used to him facilitating and me, usually shooting the ball. So this year it's more me facilitating. I'm still getting shots and I shot last year, but it's really the main thing I've worked on over the summer is changing pace. Really just working on getting by my man and reading what the defense does to create for others and create for myself.
For me, last year, I came off the bench for Charter Harris, who's my cousin. But after he graduated, I needed to step up and kind of fill his role. I'm more of a defensive anchor, and I like to get a lot of rebounds. And this year, I'm going to have to step up and look for my shot a little more.
I should have introduced these 2 guys. This is Ty Robinson. Ty is a senior. He's a commit to Florida Atlantic for Coach Dusty May, and Cooper Kent is our senior post player. Cooper was out for the majority of last year with a knee injury, so we're excited to have him back and 100%. This is the first year that he didn't play football, so Cooper's in a whole different world as far as the type of shape that he's in, and being ready to start at the beginning of the season instead of a month into the season finally get to that point. So these are our 2 senior captains that we brought.
Coach, I have you at one of my top. I got you one of the top coaches. I brag on you a lot. You're one of my favorite coaches in the state of Arkansas. What do you do to keep your players playing at a high level like that?
Well, the one thing at Lake Hamilton it's easy for us to do motivation-wise is that if you look at Cooper's shirt, it's one of the things that we got the kids before the summer. It says heart over height. And at Lake Hamilton, we don't get a lot of height. Our kids are not really looked at when we run out and we're doing layup drills. We don't look like the Park Views and the Pine Bluffs and the more talented teams in the world that have 10 players putting their armpits in the rim and dunking the ball left and right. And so we have to do things a different way. So that helps to motivate them. They have a chip on their shoulder, if you want to say that they feel like they have proven in the last 4 or 5 years that we're one of the better programs, especially in 5A, but we may not get the recognition or the notoriety for that as we should. And so I think that's a big motivational tool that I use, is to have a little chip on your shoulder. And even after what we did last year, nobody's looking at you, nobody's talking about you, but in the end, we feel like we're going to be right there again. So I appreciate you saying that, Kevin, and just want to thank you guys for what you're doing too. I think the world of you as well and what you've done for just Arkansas high school basketball and getting it out there and the publicity that you give it. But I think for us, we keep them on a high level because they know we have to be 100% at our best to be able to compete with the teams that have the bigger players, the more athletic players, players and the quickness that maybe we don't always have.
Well, if you don't mind, Coach, talk a little more about that. You did lose a lot of production last year. Is style of play and pace of play going to be the exact same this year as it was over the past couple of years?
It'll be similar. One difference is that we played more of a 5-out system last year with Charter as our post player. Charter had always been a guard, and it just grew 3 inches all of a sudden, and now he's 6'5". So we play 5-out and spread the floor a lot. But Cooper will play more 4-out, 1-in look this year. But we try to build players and not plays, and then trust them and let them make the right decisions. And I think that's one thing that makes us hard to guard is our kids are all IQ-wise, they're really, really smart on the floor, and they make the right play. They don't make selfish plays. They're not out there trying to get their points or get their rebounds and get this and get that for themselves. They play for each other. And so we're trying to get the best shot for us, and they understand that. So the only thing that really changes is just the fact that we will have a true post player this year, and last year we did not. We'll still be a man-to-man defensive team for the majority of the season. We do scout quite a bit. We rely a lot, really heavily on scouting and stopping what people like to do. So we have some zone things in if we need to, and maybe some jump defense in if we need to. We do whatever we have to do to get stops. And so our kids have to be smart to be able to play multiple defenses. And then offensively, we give them freedom, and we trust them. And hopefully a lot of our possessions will end in Ty Robinson getting a shot. Because if there's a better shot maker in the state of Arkansas, I would like to beat him. So that's kind of the plan.
Coach, with y'all having the success that y'all had last year, this to the players, what is there a pressure to get back there, or tell me how you're dealing with that coming into this season?
There's no pressure for us because everyone's still looking over us the same way they did last year. Last year, I think, is the most recognition we got even before season, just because we had a bunch of great players on the team. And this year, again, it's the same as it always is. Everybody's looking over us, and I like it that way. It's everybody don't look over us, but we're still there. So I think it's gonna be a fun year, and same as it always is.
Coach Pendleton, how was it coaching your son? Okay, don't cry now. How was it coaching your son for all those years?
Honestly, Zach, he was a joy to coach. He's a coach on the floor, very, very smart. A lot has been said about his ACT score. He's a very intelligent kid. When Zach was 2 years old, he could sit in my practice for 2 hours and never move and soak it up. So he was born that way. When he was 5, he could sit behind my bench and tell you what play I ran during the game. He just always understood the game. We will miss some of the things that he does with his brain on the floor as a point guard. For example, we're playing Marion in the state tournament. There's 12 seconds left, and they elect not to foul, and instead they elected to press. He dribbled in the backcourt, just back and forth, and at the time, I didn't even think of it. I'm sitting there, what is he doing? We're going to get a 10-second count. And my assistant, Jason Johnson, grabbed me and said, it's fine, he knows what he's doing. I was like, okay. And he dribbled out 9 seconds off the clock and called timeout. And now there's 3 seconds left in the game. We get the ball back. They foul us. They don't have time now to go and set up a shot at the end to win it because he knew he would make his free throws. Now we're up 3. They don't have that time left. Where most kids would have just called a timeout immediately or tried to break through half court. He knew this is not real smart by them. I'm going to dribble out 9 seconds, call timeout. We'll get the ball back. They don't have time to attack. But we're going to miss that sort of thing. I know I will. He made me look better a lot of times than what I actually am. We give him a hard time about his defense. Ty especially would give him a hard time about his defense, but it seemed, he did end up with a big steal here and there. But we've always joked that now that he's gone, we'll be a much better defensive team. So, but I really enjoy coaching him, and I love coaching Zane. Zane is a junior. we didn't bring him. I elected just to bring my 2 senior captains today, but Zane's going to have a big season for us this year. He's going to, he's a different type of player than Zach is, but he will have a huge impact for us on this year's team.
Good.
Ty Robinson, big fan of you. Seen you play a lot. Seen you play this summer a lot. From going to be one of the players that was under the radar to blowing up this summer, I'm like, and coaches calling me, asking me all the time, like, who is one of the best players in the state or whatever I need to get my hands on? And I always say, that guy down there, Ty Robinson, he's playing real basketball. And like people like Lane Taylor, I will always say people like that all the time. But I am truly honored to see how you elevate your game that much, whatever, in a short period of time. And what are some of the things that you've done to elevate your game like that?
Thank you, first off. You were one of the first people that actually went and played, and you put my name on the map first and really put me out there, and I thank you for that. I think, like I just said before, that really it's my playmaking. And put on 6 pounds of muscle, I've gotten a lot bigger, a lot faster. So I think that's helped a lot. Defensively, I'm a lot better, just because this summer I played a lot of talent. So just playing that talent and seeing all that and playing against it's helped me a lot. I'm still shooting the ball great, so pretty much, yeah, just really it's been my playmaking, and I've gotten a lot better at change of pace, change of speed, misdirection. I think before I was more of a catch and shoot, off the catch, do whatever I can there. But this year I think it's going to be a little different than what a lot of people are seeing.
I'll say this too, because he's not going to say this about himself, but Ty works like a pro, not a college kid, not a high school kid, like a pro. Okay, you just don't see it. I've never seen it personally as a coach. Friday morning at 5 a.m., he'll be at the football bleachers running bleachers because I challenged him to be our best defender and our best offensive player, guard the best player, plus score 30. Be that guy. Be that special. And so he's taking that to heart. He's in the football bleachers at 5 a.m. Friday morning running bleachers trying to get in shape. There's not a shot he could take that I would get angry at because he works at every one of them. Going left, going right. What if they double me? What if they do this to me? He is way ahead of the game mentally of knowing what people are going to try to do to him to stop him. And the fact that he is going to get double teamed some and he is going to get the best defender and face guards. And he's got a plan on what, and he works his plan. It's really fun to watch him. Even 7th period, he doesn't have a class, so he comes to the gym, comes to the arena, and it's an hour nonstop. He's pouring sweat. The other guys are griping about how bad his undershirt stinks before practice ever starts because he's working that entire period on shots and dribble moves and change of pace and this floater, that floater, left hand, right hand, off a spin, off a euro. Every possible thing that could happen in the game, he is working on. And that's just really hard to find. And that's one thing to me that sets him apart is just his work ethic is unmatched.
All right, fellas, kind of wrap it up. You heard the team before you. I need one word to describe Coach Pennington, and then tell us why you chose that word.
I would say belief. He believes in every one of our players. Like I said, he builds a lot on trust. So he trusts me, trusts us as our team, every day to do the right thing. It's not more of he doesn't really he puts us in the right spots, and he sort of trusts that we do what we can do, and he also believes in God religiously, and that helps us a lot. I'm not gonna lie, we pray before practice, and just him pouring into us really makes us it brings our bond together, but it also, it makes us better people, and I really thank you for that.
Similar to that, I'm going to say faithful. We have a saying in practice that's crazy faith, and we have crazy faith in each other, and he helps us have crazy faith in the Lord. It helps us as a team trust each other and play better together.
Nice words, Coach.
I'll take it all day.
Any last words to close it out with?
We're really excited about the season. Like Bryant was talking about, our schedule is brutal. We're playing 3 or 4 6A teams, all top level 6A teams. We start off our second game of the season with matching up Ty and Lane Taylor to play the Clarksville Classic, playing Farmington, which will be a great game. Also, we play Parkview at home again. And I know Scotty and those guys are ready to give us a dose of our own medicine as we've had their number a little bit here lately. And so our schedule is brutal. We've had some injury issues that we're dealing with that we're trying to work on, and so we may take some lumps early on, but I believe in playing the best people we can actually get on the schedule. So when the conference time gets here, December 5th, and we go to Pine Bluff, that we're not shell shocked at what we walk into, because we know what that's like, and we will have been through that. So really excited. No place I'd rather be. I love my kids. I love the school, and I can't wait to see what they accomplish.
Appreciate y'all coming out.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hang on.